Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. All praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Kakadash. Yahweh in the name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shah in the name of His only begotten Son, who they eagerly call Jesus Christ. Now, real quick, just want to bring out how Babylon the Great, America will be destroyed by Russia and its allies in World War III. It would be the beginning of World War III, and the end would be the Israelites taking these other nations into captivity and ruling over them with a rod of iron and breaking them into pieces. As Revelation chapter 2 talks about. Now, real quick, let's get into these verses that show how the 10 kings that's allies with America, they're going to switch out on America and join with Russia. And Russia and these 10 kings is going to destroy Babylon the Great, America. Okay, let's see. Let's go on to Daniel and Revelation, because Daniel and Revelation say some of the same thing, because Apostle John, he pretty much read Isaiah like Yahweh Shah, and they knew you speak with the law and with the testimony of the prophets. So he was using the prophets to give the testimony. Now, let's see here. See in chapter 2, 39, and give us some clarity. It says, and after thee shall arise another kingdom inferior to you, and another third kingdom of brass, which shall bear rule over all the earth. So that kingdom of brass that was bearing rule was the so-called Greeks. Now when you come into verse 40, it says, and the fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron. For as much as iron breaketh into pieces and subdue all things, and as iron, Salakia, that breaketh all things, shall it break into pieces and bruise. So this says the fourth kingdom. So let's find out in chapter 7, what's the fourth kingdom? Okay. Look at verse 7. It says, after this I saw in the night vision, and behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible and strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth. It devoured and brake in pieces and stamped the residue with the foot of it. And it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns. So now you get the 10 horns being introduced, and you're talking about the fourth beast. Okay, so let's combine both of them together with verse 20. Is it verse 20? Yeah, let me get it with verse 23. Starting at 23, says, thus he says, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom. So we see them 10 horns was talking about the fourth kingdom, which shall be diverse from all kingdoms, and shall devour the whole earth, and shall tread it down and break it in pieces. And the 10 horns out of this kingdom are 10 kings that shall arise. So that's the point. You got 10 kings that's going to rise. So when you go into Revelation, starting at verse chapter 17, verse 3, it says, and the 10 horns which you saw are 10 kings which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast. So these 10 horns, they are 10 kings. Now you're going to Jeremiah 50. Let's see here. Jeremiah 50 and 9. It says, for lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country. So these 10 kings is this assembly of great nations from the north country. And it also include the Russian. Now let me get verse 29. It say, call together the archers against Babylon. So these 10 kings, these great assembly of great nations, because those 10 kings are great nations. It says that he gonna call them together like archers is called together against Babylon to say, all ye that bend the bow. So they like archers that bend a bow, shooting a weapon. So these the great nations are gonna shoot a weapon against Babylon and against it round about. Let none of thereof escape. Recompense her according to her work and according to all that she hath done. Do unto her, for she has been deprived, because none of her, what did it say, the proud, been the proud against the Lord, against the Holy One of Israel, because none of their efforts really was stopped. They, started religions and had all kind of things going on here in Babylon the Great, and they were successful with what they was doing, and they became proud due to their success of not making but helping the Israelites go astray. And so it says that they gonna shoot a weapon. Now how are they gonna shoot this weapon? Let's get Isaiah 54. Let's see, starting at 16, it say, behold, I have created a smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bring forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy. No weapon that is formed. So this waster is a weapon that's formed. This waster is an instrument for work. See, and a blacksmith is the one making this weapon. See, blacksmith is the one crafting the weapon. And we know that weapon that can be shot is the nuclear missile. Now, so the Lord said, I have created the waster to destroy. So he taking credit for creating the nuclear missile. But now, this weapon that is being made, let's see here. Say these great nations. Let's see. See, I want Zechariah. Let me look for. There we go. Zechariah chapter 1, verse 18. It says, then lifted I up my eyes and saw, and behold, four horns. Now these four horns is talking about the 10 kings, but uh, these four horns is the foundation of the 10 kings. Verse 19 is saying, I said unto the angel that talked with me, what be these? And he answered me, these are the horns which have scattered Judah, Israel, and Jerusalem. So we know those horns to be uh, pretty much NATO, what NATO is now, but back then it was the British, the French, the Portuguese, and the Spanish that was, and the Dutch that was selling to the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Judah is in Israel. Verse 20 says, the Lord showed me four carpenters. This four carpenters is the ones that's going to trade against these four horns. And really, this is eight governments pretty much going at each other or not being on the same page. But you got verse 21 to show you what's going to happen between these two. It says, then said I, what come these to do? And he spake, saying, these are the horns which scattered Judah, so that no man lifted up his head, but these are come to fray him, meaning to destroy him, to cast out the horns of the Gentile, which lifted up their horn over the land of Judah to scatter it. So these 10 kings, the 10 kings lifted up their horns to pretty much scatter Israel. But in these last days, he's going to make them, it said, but these came to fray them. And they're going to have to destroy these kings. Gotta get Daniel 2:44. It says, and in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom. So these 10 kings, in their days, God's gonna set up a kingdom. See, He's gonna set up His own kingdom, and these 10 kings, they're gonna be the one to help destroy Babylon the Great. So let's go back to Revelation 17. We're gonna start at 16. It said, the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall burn her with fire and brimstone. Okay, so let me get 16 and finish up. It says, and the 10 horns which thou saw upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. How is the 10 kings gonna burn Babylon the great America with fire? Look at verse 18 and saying, the woman which thou sawest, that great city that reigns over the kings of the earth. So the great city of America pretty much reign over the 10 kings and tell the 10 kings what to do. But it says that the beast is gonna hate the whore. See, these 10 kings gonna hate Babylon the great America ruling over them, and they gonna switch out. Let's go ahead and get that in Obadiah chapter 1. It says, this vision of Obadiah, thus says the Lord God concerning Edom, we have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador sent amongst the heathen, arise ye and let us rise up against her in battle. So they're going to come after the Americans in battle. It says, where is it? Um, um, I wanted to get the one with Yahushua pretty much was having it where these Edomites was being traded on. Okay, it's verse 7. That's the one I want. It say, all the men of your confederacy have brought you even to the border. The men that were at peace with you have deceived you and prevailed against you. So this is an example of those 10 kings hating the whore after being ruled over and allies to the whore. Let me get that real quick. It says, look at verse 2. It says, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. And so this city, great city of Babylon, the Great America, has been committing fornication with these kings of the earth, and the 10 kings to get them to do what they want them to do, but they're gonna eventually trade on their person that was controlling them, and they're gonna burn her with nuclear fire. Let me see. Let me get some out of Ezra's. Okay, let's see. Um, yeah, that's pretty much all I want to bring out. Um, let's see here. We talking about these missiles destroying America. Let's see what Peter wrote here. Oh yeah, he gives an example of the ungodly. Look at verse 6. He said, and turn the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow, making them an example until the filthy time of Israel. Did I say that right? Salaki. Sound like I said that totally wrong. It says, making them an ensign unto those that are after shall live ungodly. Salaki. Um, so yeah, that's one of the main ones I want to bring out. It says, like Sodom and Gomorrah, the days of Noah is gonna be like Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay, this is what I want. It says, where is it? But beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing. I want the verse above that. Verse 7, but the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto fire, against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. So that World War III is going to be the fire that's coming and destroying the wicked. And it's gonna be nuclear missiles that do it. Look at verse 10 and say, "But the day of the Lord come like the thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise." What does the nuclear bomb do when it hit? Boom! It's gonna make a great noise. See, you're gonna hear that bomb or that nuke go off from miles and miles away or all around the world. You're gonna hear this great noise. And the elements shall melt with fervent heating. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up. So these nuclear missiles is gonna burn America up. This is what the 10 Kings gonna be shooting. That's why you hear of the Cold War and this presently getting hot or warm war where people ain't uh, pretty much doing anything, but they talking about shooting missiles at each other. And so we see that America is gonna get hit with them missiles by the 10 Kings. I just want to bring that out. All praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Kakadash. Double honor to the elders pushing the truth. Peace to the elect worldwide, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, descendants of slaves, scattered around the globe on slave ships and through many captivities. Our kingdom is at hand. Shalom.